All right, Dirt fans, welcome. We're live here. The VLR, that's right, Limaland for the Street Stock Series. Well, we're going to kick this thing off. Summertime right here at Limaland. Well, we watched the other night some virtual to reality, or excuse me, my bad, virtual reality. VLR. Yeah, Midnight Madness. Street Stocks the other night. And it was interesting. But this is an actual full series that the VLR guys are going to be putting on, and we're live tonight here obviously at OSRN Network on YouTube, Twitch, and on the teamvlr.com Facebook live side of things. So I want to welcome everybody out. And as you heard, Joe White up here in the booth, the OSRN Network online sim racing, and I'm accompanied by David Heileman, Heilemaniac himself, man. What's up, David?
What's up, Joe? I'm glad to be here so we can start off our kind of part 2 of this season in VLR. We got the wingless on Wednesday, and now we can get these four-fender street stocks to come out here and bang every Sunday night, so it should be fun.
Yeah, going to be some beating and banging. We saw the other night, it was kind of interesting to watch these guys. And the first thing I noticed, looks a lot slower pace of these cars in there, but they are full-bodied stock cars. We talked a little bit about the other night about how these guys, and this pretty much throwing it back to old school. I'm gonna take it back. I'm an oval style guy, and obviously NASCAR came from the dirt. Daytona back in the day was run on the beach. So there you go. But full-bodied cars, these guys will be able to lean on each other. But what we saw the other night was only a one-groove style track, and is that something we might see tonight?
Well, right now in qualifying, the track reset at 10%, but once the heats and everything gets carried over, like the B-mains, towards feature time, the track might be similar. It's probably going to be really similar to what it was on Thursday night. But in qualifying here, we see a couple people using the low side a little bit, kind of got middle lane. So these first 2 or 3 heats, definitely going to be interesting as the track wears in.
Yeah, no doubt. We got Cole Newhoffen up there on the top side. Hayden Cardwell there sitting in second. Nick Cooper in the third place. Eric Hugh there sitting fourth, and Howard Weaver. Well, we know he's a bad, fast guy. I'm going to see how well he does. I'm used to seeing him in a super late model machine there. So let's see what he does in the street stock. And speaking of VLR, we'll come this Tuesday. We got a huge one for you folks. Racing for Hope 74. That's right. It's going to be a huge night of racing here for the VLR guys, as they're presenting a massive payout, over $5,000 there to us, some lucky drivers out. But those boys are going to be out, and myself here at OSR, we're going to be able to bring the server 1, and I think David, you're going to be in that one, and also Race Spot. Well, they're going to be bringing server 2 and the feature part of it, so it's going to be an interesting night of racing.
Oh yeah, we got a bad fast car. We're looking forward to that night, and there's one driver I have to shout out here in qualifying. The original OG Heilemaniac himself, Michael Heileman, my very own big brother. He's joining us in the street stocks tonight, so that'll be fun. That I get to broadcast with him in the race.
Oh, all right, another Heilemaniac out here. Good deal. That'll be awesome, man. I tell you. And let's see where exactly he is right now.
He was about 26 after qualifying. He might have lost a few more, but anytime a Heilemaniac is in the race, you gotta keep your eye on him.
Good deal. Well, as far as qualifying, obviously, we got a good stacked field. We have looks about 44 cars. Hey, what's up, Victor, out there? How you doing? Appreciate everybody. 44 cars so far, about ready to take this field as qualifying's coming to a close. We're going to go through our heats tonight, and I know the top 4. Now, that's a little different than what I'm used to saying. I'm usually used to saying the top 3, but the top 4 will actually advance on. I was seeing that on the sheet there. We'll advance on to the features tonight. So kind of give y'all an update out there. And then, hey, I've got David up here. He's going to keep me, because they also are going to do some fancy switching or something.
Yes, that is the plan. And the top 4 are going to advance all the way to the feature. But tonight, the top 2 of each heat are also going to go into a redraw. And that'll determine, depending on how many heats, the top 8 or 10 of the field are going to line up for the feature tonight. So it should be interesting. Drivers are going to need a little bit of luck on their side.
Oh, absolutely. Luck, man, definitely is going to have to play a factor here. Heat race 1's about to set sail. Looks like we're going to have 11 cars in our heats, man. That's a lot for actually one of these Okay, Howard just said shout out. My brother, hang on a second, I'll get it. Brother-in-law, Michael Clark, 13. Okay, all right, well, there's the brother-in-law of Howard Weaver in the Weaver Mobile.
I got 13, number 13 under Terry Rengert. Where's it, Clark?
No, he said Michael Clark 13, so I don't know if there's like 2 Michael Clarks in here. Just see if you see a Michael Clark. Either way, Howard Weaver, excuse me, folks. He's actually in this heat race number 1 here. Looks like we're gonna have 11 cars. Like I said, the top 4, they're gonna go on into putting it into the feature. Cole Newhoffen's in there, John Fiedler, Tyler Gray, Scott Schrader, Eric. You want to give that a try?
Oh,
Easton, yeah, we'll get back to that one later. Terry Joyner, Michael Henry, Eddie Levingston, and Brandon Franks, and then Chris Dunn, I think it is. Is it Dunn? Is that a you? Can't see it from my screen here, so far away, but yeah, it's Chris Dunn. What's going on there, Cody, Victor? I want to appreciate everybody coming in. What's up, Rodney? How y'all doing? As we're getting set here to go racing, David, man, I tell you what, these guys are going to gear up. 10 laps going to put on the board here tonight for Limaland. And it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do here on this track. I'm interested to see the difference between what was the other night and what we're going to see here tonight. The difference between the 2 cars.
Well, so far the constant has been Cole Newhoffen. I believe he was second in that race, and he might even qualified second in Midnight Madness. But here he is putting this one on the pole. So he's been able to carry over and be fast no matter what the track conditions are.
Hey, Brett says maybe like Ike Stad. Yeah, hey, there you go. Pace truck's in. Here we go. We're racing here at Limaland, and these guys are already going side by side, 2 by 2, all the way back, door slamming each other as that 8 machine up front. The 8 machine there. He's up front. Cole Newhoffen. He takes the lead right now. That low line looks like it's going pretty good.
Yeah, Howard had a better start than him and had the advantage on the outside, but Cole was able to clear him on the inside in turn 1 and 2. So already you can see the track. They're getting right down to those tires down there as side by side for third, and Howard's all over him for the lead.
Yeah, he is. Well, I'll tell you what, Howard Weaver putting it on the inside, and I do love this kind of racing because it takes me back to my, and Brett's going to be yelling after when I say it takes me back to my oval side of things. Bump and run here. They can actually lay the fenders, man, on somebody, trade some paint out there. The 22 machine of John Fiedler. Well, you got a top 3 right there. Who's who?
Scott Schrader, a little squirrely in the background. He's going to collect 1, maybe 2 cars. They might straighten it all out. But one other thing about these being stock cars, and I don't know how much I believe this, but some of the guys were telling me there was a draft in these. And I don't know, especially at a track like Limaland, how much drafting they can do. But, hey, you might see some crazy slingshots happen.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, I don't really think at the speed that they're going to the draft pretty much play. They can pretty much lose the front fender.
They swear to me that there's a draft in these, so we might find out.
Yeah, that was kind of high. But right now, boy, look at that leaning on Cole Newhoffen for the lead. Well, you just got to love that kind of racing right there where he can just take that front bumper, put it to the side of him, kind of lean on him going for the slide job into the turn. Howard Weaver's doing everything he can. Right now, he's looking pretty impressive in that stock car machine.
Yeah, you would think, oh, they're both teammates. Why are they racing since they both will advance to the redraw? But they got John Fiedler in that 22 car who is fast in everything he drives, hounding all over their back ends, trying to get in that redraw himself. So that's why Howard's really putting the pressure on Newhoffen here.
Yeah, he is, man, and as everybody is, there's some exciting racing. Right now, the low line, we'll probably see that high line come in a factor maybe later on into the night toward the feature time. Howard Weaver, now he did move up the track right there, might open up the door for the 22 machine of John Fiedler. Can't quite get inside. Well, Howard says he's going to try the high line. He's tried that low line all race. Maybe he needs to try a different line here to get around him.
He gets her wound up, and he gets in the back of Cole Newhoffen. Newhoffen's going to spin around. That's going to allow Fiedler to get in the second spot, and that's going to be tough over the team hauler after this one.
Whoa, boy, I tell you what, no beer is going to be transferred after this race because coming out of the final turn, taking the checker flag in heat race 1, and with a bump and run. And yes, folks, that's right. He did do a bump and run and turn Cole Newhoffen, man, for the win in heat race 1. What a thriller right there.
Man, you already these full body race stock cars, like you said, they take contact well, a lot better than the other cars. So I understand why Howard, wasn't shy to rub fenders with them at all. But like I said, Fiddler was breathing down both their necks. Just a hard racing incident coming to the white flag.
It did. I mean, you got to give it all and take everything you possibly can, and we've like I said, you take it over to the stock car side of stuff. You go on the short tracks of Bristol and Martinsville. It's talked about it's talked about turn after turn all the time, bump and run, and basically those guys coming the last laps and stuff. Well, pretty much anything goes. You're going to try to block, then that guy behind you, he might get a little bit into you and bump you right on out of your lane. And Howard tried everything he could throughout the race. I mean, and like you said there, David, these guys can lean on them. So that was an exciting heat, and if that's what we're going to see here throughout this series, man, I think we're in for a awesome time here.
Yep, for sure. Is Hagen Cardwell is going to lead this one on the from the green, and Garrett Nieberge is going to be his outside.
Yep, we got Cam out there, Andy Hunter, just to name a few, Terry Rennert, Michael Clark.
Oh, there's Michael
Heileman, yeah.
13. Okay, it wasn't his card number, it was his name number.
There we go. Michael Clark, pace trucks in, Hayden out front. He's going to drop that hammer down, make that thing scream, and he does. And behind him, they get stacked up about 3-4 wide coming into the turn.
Yep, 3 wide, battle for about 5th there. And on the inside of that is none other than Michael Heileman. And they're going to be low with contact. 54 cars going to go up in the wall. But Michael Clark, good job of saving that. Is Garrett's experience trying to get to that outside working as he's trying to fend off Cam Taylor for that second spot.
Oh, not how we wanted to showcase Michael Clark there. Just got turned around. He spun himself a little bit coming in the turn. Obviously no cautions here in the heat races. But back up front, Hayden Cardwell still leading this one. Garrett Nieberge there in the second spot. Again, another guy, man, we're used to seeing in sprint cars and actual super late models. Let's see how well he does out here in the street stocks. So a lot of these names, a lot of these guys know. Yeah, Cam Taylor right there sitting in the third. And our last transfer spot, though, let me see if I can actually get that right for us here. Terry Rennert, he's back there in a good battle going on. He's got the 15 all over the back end of it.
Yep, Andy Hunter in that 15 car. He's a very good modified driver. He's trying to steal that last transfer spot away from him.
Yes, he is right now. A good battle. And folks, I'll tell you what, these guys are on top of each other. What we're seeing right now, and I feel like what we're going to see all night long, is these guys are so close. Whoever makes a pretty much a mistake, or like we saw in the first one, a little rubbing is racing.
Yep, as Craig Golickson is trying to get on the outside of Michael Heileman here, as we start to see them already creeping up. It looks like that very bottom lane is slicking off a little bit, and people are trying to carry that momentum through the middle lane now.
Actually, there's a 911, and he's hoping he don't have to call 911 man tonight, 911 after he gets out of this one here. But he's looking good, Michael Heileman there, in the 8th place spot right now. Like you said, battling it out with Craig.
Yep, all up front, it's all Hagen and Garrett. They seem to have checked out. They just want to finish in the top 2 for that redraw. Cam Taylor in 3rd, and Terry's just trying to hold on to that 4th and final transfer position.
Yes, he is. That was actually probably our best run right now because the top 3 kind of spread out a little bit. It's that 4th place transfer spot as we got 2 to go, and I guess that's the admin out there said Cole Newhoffen said he got turned around. Well, we saw that part, and Howard saying it was. Well, Howard says he did it for payback, but I don't know how much interested in it. I don't like to get into all that stuff on the broadcast, but I have no clue what a Gobbler 100 is, but maybe a trick-or-treat race. I don't know. Checkered flags out, though. Hayden, I think he's going to take this one. Is Garrett Nieberge going to be able to get it? Oh, it's a good battle, but Hayden's going to take it. Nieberge second. Cam sitting in 3rd, and Terry ends up there in the 4th place spot.
Yeah, the Gobbler 100 they are actually referring to. You know that they say drivers have long memories. Well, this was a race from back at Thanksgiving. Was a VLR special that day.
Well, yeah, I kind of got that one with the Gobbler part. I thought it had to be a Halloween type of thing, but man, that's a long way back. Holy cow!
Yep. So tempers flared from 8 months ago, apparently down in the VLR teams.
He didn't give him good candy corn or some candy or something.
There you go. That'll help catch the relationship.
All right, well, heat race number 3, man. Actually, it's heat race 4. Excuse me, boy. We're going through them pretty well here. That should be heat race.
First time, number 3.
Yeah, heat race 3. That's right. I was looking at my thing there. But anyways, top 4 get on here. Nick Cooper and Rick LeDuc is there. Sounds like the Duke himself. Jeremy Capone. Uh-oh, the gangster's out here on this one. Derek, I have no clue.
Feckenhauer.
Man, that just don't sound right, man. Okay. Anyways, Ethan Stutwich. I know that guy now. He can race pretty good. Actually, interesting about Ethan there. He's I think only like 14 or so. He's really young, but pace truck's in. We're going green flag racing. Here we go. Man out front, Nick Cooper. He drops it down. Behind him, though, boy, they get a gaggle going on as they all go to the topside battle. 2x2 in the backside.
98 car of Derek's trying to shoot down there. I'm sorry, 86 car. He's just shooting down all the way to the bottom to try to make it 3 wide for the league, but it looks like I could turn 4. Nick Cooper's going to hang on to that rolling topside. Well,
I'll tell you what, all guns firing right there. Jeremy, he's got it going on as he looks to the inside of the Red Bull man himself. Nick Cooper tried it, but that 96 has got other plans. Up top, he's trying to see if he can't get that top line rumbling. I got a feeling somebody will before this night is over with.
Yeah, and one battle for transfer spot in 4th place. Interesting, Connor Parise is a well-renowned rallycross driver, so he's bringing it out to his VLR Street Stock season, seeing what he could do.
Oh, okay, good deal. Rallycross man coming out here on the dirt track. Boy, a good battle up front here for the lead. Jeremy wants it. Nick's got it out front right now. That 23's doing everything he can on the inside. Maybe we'll see one of them late contact rubbing racing deals here because it's almost starting to heat up like it was in Heat Race 1 where Howard had the inside for the longest time and stayed right there door to door. These guys have yet to make contact though.
Oh, as Cooper's going to bump the wall, it's going to allow Jeremy to try to slide up in front. These two are, again, in fact, the VLR teammates. So, yeah, this very well could end up like the results of Heat 1. And so Ricky LeDuc might have that in the back of his mind as he's staring behind him in 3rd spot.
Yeah, and what you just saw right there, one mistake's all it takes, and Jeremy capitalized on it. You know, Ricky, he's in the back spot there in the 3rd place. Derek sitting in that transfer spot. Kind of looking a little safe right now, but he's got the Connor right there in that number 11 who could sneak up in there and take it from him. Still, the battle's on up here. Actually, it's now for 2nd place as Nick's under fire by Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky really gets it turned down and runs through the middle well, but just can't quite keep all the momentum on exit.
Yeah, right now, just you kind of see these cars. I'm seeing that track. It's not darkening up like it normally does. It looks a little lighter, but you can actually see that bottom lane. I'm going to say that it looks like it's getting slicker.
Yep, that's kind of, it goes through a couple different variations, and the way this track gets slick is it kind of has, it gets white first, and then you'll start to see the black marks on the white start to form more and more and get darker and darker before it gets all the way black.
Yeah, I got you, and that's why it looks like all these guys are starting to travel up the track. And, oh, the 2nd place man goes around, but he does it right after the start-finish line, so he ends up in 2nd. I guess he just wanted to see if the car actually would fall over, and it did. Looked cool there.
And not the fastest way, but on your roof is, I guess, the most stylish way for Nick Cooper.
He gets good points out there. Is there time? Yeah, you can get into the league, man, Christopher. Heck yeah, it's an open league. Just check out teamvlr.com on Facebook. Get up with either Eric Q or Austin Simmelman. You can get up with any of the admins for that matter. Well, there you go. See, time to get up with. Not time to join tonight, no, obviously, but it will be a weekly series here. So we've got Eric Q in this one, Jacob Fields, Jed Barton right there, Leon Franks. We got Dan Smolders, Calvin Calvin Hearing?
Hearing?
Yep, yeah. Hearing. James Sellers, Matt Burkhart, Randall Carter, and Cole Higgins, and looks like Garrett. Garrett didn't make the field.
Yeah, it's going to be one to watch. Is Randall Carter coming from the very back here. Surprising he's this far back in qualifying. They go green.
Yep, green flag's out. And I'll tell you what, Eric wastes no time up front, man, dropping that one down and getting out front here. And the number 5 machine, the 007, though, Jacob Fields right there behind him. He's going to try to take that lead. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're all kinds of wiggly here. These guys are still staying to that middle groove. Now you see the leader kind of slooping up to the top side. I got a feeling that cushion on the top side is going to come into play later on.
Yep, but just to say that the 115 car tries to make his name known. There's a little bit of contact there with the Fields and the 12 car, and the winner of this one's going to be Lon Franks. He's going to move up to that second spot and try to get the redraw, but Jacob Fields coming at him.
Yeah, he is. Well, I'll tell you what, old Jed right there, he's looking good in the 115 machine coming up through the field, but there's a battle on for second spot as Jed's right there. He's on the out, well, excuse me. Yeah, Leon, he's on the outside. Give him a little timer thing here, right? And I'll be able to tell everybody right. Leon's on the outside there. Jed's behind them trying to battle it out. The 49 machine of Dan. Well, I'll tell you what, Jacob Fields is hanging on to that second place spot so far.
Yeah, he powered back around him for that second spot and final redraw spot. Is in just behind that. Then battle for a transfer spot between Smolders and the 115, and that's going to end in disaster for both of them. And Randall Carter's going to be able to hang on to it, and that'll push him back up into the fifth spot. But the 08 car of Calvin Herron is going to be the benefactor of that, as he's going to go into that fourth and final transfer spot.
Oh, I hate that one. We watched that one live. It was happening right there. Those two guys were leaning on each other, and the next thing you know, they just got turned. And like you said, Calvin is the man in the transfer spot that now, the 08, he's going to benefit from that. As Franks, he's sitting up in the third. Jacob Fields, he's trying everything he can to maybe get around Eric as we got 4 to go.
Yeah, he sure chased down Eric, and he might be just looking for bragging rights, and the win of this heat is definitely the fastest car on the track right now.
Yes, it is. Right now, Eric Hugh looking out front in that 5 machine. He's traveling up top just a little bit, noticing a little lane up there to what it was, because we were talking about the tracks changing. You can start seeing it darkening up now. It's kind of interesting, a transaction that sees, hey, what's up out there, Howard? How you doing? But battle on for the top spot here. It's going to be Jacob Fields and old Eric Hugh right there for 1 and 2.
Yeah, white flag's out, and you never want to venture too high too quickly, because then it just leaves the door open for the middle lane pass, which Jacob might try going into 3 and 4. Going to push that inside, slide up a little bit, but no, Eric's going to keep the momentum off the corner, and he's going to take home this fourth and final heat race.
He did. Drag raced him right off the top, the fourth turn right there, and got him. Looks like that high side just has the momentum coming off the turn. The low line looks good going in. But that right there was an awesome heat race, and that's going to take us into our C main here. So our first main of tonight, and boy, I tell you, our heats have all been, I mean, they've been exciting. I really think they've been exciting anyways. David got so excited, man, he fell out of his seat.
Oh, I was over there rigging something, and starting in third place, I was actually reading the response that Cole Newhoffen was giving in the team chat about what had happened in that first heat.
Oh.
So, coming from the C main now, it says 4 transfers, so he'll be starting at a third spot, and hopefully he'd like to get his way to the front and transfer from this one to try to go through alphabet soup and get his way through the B main. Absolutely,
there you go. We got Kevin Foster, Jed's out there, Cole Newhoffen, Michael Clark, Ryan Martin. A couple guys didn't. Actually, it was showing 13, but a lot of these guys didn't grid up for some reason.
If you're one of the guys that were supposed to start behind any of them, you're just you don't blame them. You're just gonna take your spots and be happy for it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And moving up a row or two.
Yeah, no doubt. I was just noticing. I mean, we're supposed to have 13 cars out there. We got shorted just a little bit, but either way, green flag flies, and out front, you can already see Cole Newhoffen wanting to redeem himself. He had a fast car in that heat race 1, just a product of hard racing. That's what I'm gonna say. But right now, he's looking good in the transfer spot, though.
Man, I wonder what the ride heights are on the front, because on my screen, he just about buckled over 3 of those tires in turn 1 and 2 on the inside. But he's a young driver. He needs to be patient here. He might be the fastest, but like I said, top 4 transfers. He's going to get around that 25 car and follow to 115 to first and second.
You know, we always say, been on the open side of things, a lot of times if you do have a fast machine, you can't get to the front. The big picture is championships and making it to the last races in there. The big picture. Well, tonight the big picture is make it to the feature. If he has a fast machine, he knows it. Right now he's sitting in second. Sure, if he can make it and get around the leader, go for it. But you don't want to jeopardize yourself and lose a shot in getting that feature here tonight.
Michael Clark took over that third spot over the 25 of Kevin Forcier, went right around him on the outside, and I think more and more we see it, that outside lane is going to be coming in, and the bottom's going to slowly go away as Ryan Martin's going to try to get him for that last transfer spot.
Yeah, it is. You already see Cole Newhoffen up there up top going to try to go for the lead, but you're right, Michael Clark hanging on to the third place spot there over Kevin Forcier and the 25 machine. He is trying to take that away from him. Trying everything he possibly can to get that third place. And our leader, he loses it.
Yep, just got a little bit sideways. Might be overdriving the car, knowing that Cole Newhoffen was behind him, but you just got to stay patient. Jed Burton's going to try to fall back in line in that third place spot.
Yeah, it is. Jed needs to try to get the handle back on that machine there. If not, he's going to lose out on the transfer here. But he's dropping all the way back to third right now. He's battling it out with a 24 machine. We got 6 to go. Cole is, he's the first one to venture way up there in the top part of the track.
Yep, 4 wheels over the Cushing, as we'd call it, and is over 25, almost in contact with the back of the Jed there. But Jed's going to look for the inside to try to help improve his starting spot for the B main if he does transfer.
Absolutely. Hey, let me know, Jared, if that sounds a little better on the car sound out there. That's the kind of feedback I want. Make sure, man, y'all are actually hearing everything, cars and all that, and hearing me and David up here. I don't want the cars too loud, but just make sure everything's level. So, good feedback like that.
Yep, coming to 2 to go, the 115 of Jed Burton. He had a good run, but I think he might just fall in line here and might just say, hey, we'll get through this one nice and safely and try to advance through the B main. It's right behind him, Kevin Forcier, solidly in 4th place, and everyone looking to just get to the white flag and get through the last lap.
Yep, Cole Newhoffen out front, looking really good so far. You've got Michael Clark right there, and along with Jed sitting in the 3rd place. Final lap here. 1 more to go here at Limaland for the C main. Cole looks like he's going to push himself or punch his ticket to the feature, and the battle's on now as he does. Cole Newhoffen's going to take this one here tonight.
Yep, he ran a very fast lap there, whoever he did. So he might use that to his advantage now, going up into the B main if he can run that kind of lap time again and see what he can do.
Absolutely. So here we go. We'll line these bad boys up. We're going into the B main here tonight. Big field here.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a lot bigger. Looks like we got 18 cars, so that means the winner of the C main, Cole Newhoffen, is gonna be starting in 15th, and only 4 are gonna transfer. So he'll have 15 green flag laps to try to do it, but it's sure gonna be a tough one.
Well, here we go. You got Eric out front there with Andy. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there too. That's awesome, yeah, because we're here on Father's Day. Obviously, got any kids, David?
Not that I know of.
That's it. Okay. David said, I plead the 5th. I don't know yet. So I'm good. Well, I have 2. So there you go. I'm an old guy. I know it.
Yep, there's some father-son duos that are out there in iRacing, and they one of them, Midnight Madness, Trevor and Greg Throne, I believe they're father and son. So you can get a computer, get a wheel and pedals, and you can still go out there and play race cars with Daddy.
Yep.
Have some good old fun.
Absolutely. Hey, I see it all the time. Pace trucks in. Here we go. Eric drops that hammer down on the 28. Well, almost, man, spun that thing. The 3 wide behind them heading into turn 1. Boy, these guys, man, are already going to put on a show for us here in the B main.
Yep, 2x2 out of 4. As the 15 car looks like he's going to try, Vandy Hunter's going to try to clear the 28 out of turn 4, and he's going to lead this lap, and Randall Carter's going to try to follow him up to that 2nd place.
Man, guys so close they can spit you back out at each other on the side windows. They are swapping paint right now.
Car upside down at the back.
Oh, what we got?
Tyler Harlan. Oh, and everybody else is around too.
Oh, let's go back on the replay and watch then. Tyler, yeah, he hit the wall, and then it looked like a ping pong ball going around. Yeah, the 201's around, the 33's around. Now, obviously, no caution there, so yeah, good pointing that one out there. But back up front here, man, it's a mess going on up front because that right there kind of clobbered up the field a little bit. Still battle for the lead, and right behind them here, David, man, look at this battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as they swinging in our 3 wide.
Yep, Randall Carter and Connor Parise in 3rd and 4th trying to hang on to that transfer spots, and behind them, Michael Clark. You got Kyle Voringer and Terry Joyner. He's going to look to the inside. It's 3 wide for 3rd place and still side by side for the race lead.
Yeah, came out of the turn there. Boy, it was awesome, man, as they went side by side. And it's still up front. Andy's hanging on to it. Eric wants it. He's just leaning that bumper right there as they go with the synchronized slide jobs here in the Street Stock machine tonight for the VLR Street Stock Series here at Limaland. First season opener here tonight, folks. And like I say, hey, if you want to get in on this thing, check out teamvlr.com. And it'll be a weekly series here every Sunday. And right now, almost contact between the second place cars.
Randall looks like he might be able to hang on to his contact with the 31, and look at that. The 10's going to squeak by, but getting the back of Connor Priest in the 11, and the 31 goes around off the front of Randall Carter. Mayhem happened on the back straightaway, and transfer spots changing galore.
Man, I tell you what, right there is just that's a heartbreaker, but that is just product of Street Stock style, full-bodied contact racing. It's like a bullfight out here, man. These guys are just out here swinging haymakers with 4 tires and a steering wheel, and it's awesome here at Limaland.
So much can happen in so little time at this short track racing. Connor Priest was in a transfer spot, got taken out. The 31 car got taken out in that, but Randall Carter still sitting in that holding that 4th spot, hoping to transfer to the USA main.
Absolutely. Randall Carter still right there. He's hanging on to it in that 44 machine. Now behind him, Dan Smolders, James and them, they were back there beating and banging a little bit 2 and 3 wide as we got 4 to go here in this B main before we push it on into our feature.
Yep, James was trying that inside, seeing if he could try to get up to Randall, but not quite going to do it. Going to drop back to that outside and see if he can follow his tire tracks and maybe wait to the last lap to try to make a move.
Absolutely. As Andy, let's go back up front here just for a second, because Andy Hunter still has the lead, but he is definitely still feeling the heat from that 28 machine there. Eric, not even going to try his, we'll just say Eric E. How's that? As he's trying on the inside with the 29. Now, right now, Andy's climbing up the track a little bit, going closer and closer to that top side cushion.
Yep, not only are this track getting wider and wider, but it is slowing down the darker it gets. As the lap car is going to be 3 wide, going through 3 and 4 for the final time. Eric's going to slide up and try to squeeze Andy between the wall, coming to the line. Andy Hunter looks like he's going to get that one.
Boy, that was a drag race there, coming off the turn 4. Awesome run. Eric did everything he possibly could, just could not hold it. Had that momentum Andy did coming off turn 4. Boy, what a run.
What a run is right. This track looks like it's getting really racy now, because they're not even up to the very outside wall yet. So we're going to have a quick 5-minute warm-up, and with the 8 cars in the redraw, I do have the top 8 lineup for the feature.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, you give us that, and I'm going to go up here and try to find somebody to talk to. While you telling everybody about that?
All right, we'll try to spice this up. I will go from 8th and then go up to the front of the field. So starting in 8th from the redraw is going to be Jeremy Capone, the gangster. On his inside in the 7th spot, it's going to be John Fiddler. He was in that first heat and up in 6th position. Row 3 on the outside, it's going to be the first heat winner. Howard Weaver is going to have to make up some spots. On the inside of him, teammate, owner of the league, at least this one, Eric Huff is going to start in the 5th position.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, you speak of Howard Weaver. I'm going to bring him up here and get a talk in with him real quick here. Howard Weaver, Joe out in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right. Gotta ask, Heat Race 1, I loved it, man. Bump and run maneuver there. See it all the time on the oval side. But I tell you, somebody said out there, man, he didn't give you a good trick-or-treat last Halloween, and that might have been a little bit of a kind of a payback or something there. So take us back to that Heat Race 1.
Well, it's Cole Newhoff, and I had to do it for the fans out there. I know they like seeing Cole get spun out, so that was for everyone watching. But no, he was kind of blocking a little bit, but I told him I was gonna rough him up. Yeah, I'd say at least half of that is on him, because he he decided to dive below the tires in that corner, and then he slid up the track off turn 4 and had no momentum at all. And I was running kind of a lane higher than I had been, so I had a lot of momentum, and we were going to hit either way. But I mean, who was really upset to see that?
No, nobody. I mean, it's just everybody loves the little thing. We saw the comment out there. I guess obviously Austin was the one that put it out there. But man, we got to ask, because it's a lot different race, it seems like, than me and David saw the other night from the Midnight Madness with the street stocks. Y'all are way up there, one lane, on the cushion, all the way around the wall. Tonight seems like y'all right in that middle lane. Do you think that top side's going to come in here in this feature?
I'm not sure. I didn't get to race Midnight Madness, but it's pretty black right now, and I think they're working their way up there. So I'd say it'll come in at some point for the race, but I'm hoping it'll take it a little while, because I kind of like the way the track is widening out right now, and once it goes cushion, it's going to probably stay. All right.
Well, good luck out there, Howard.
Hang on, Howard. I just told all the fans in Weaver Nation out there that you are going to be from the redraw. You are going to be starting in the sixth spot. I'm sorry, I believe you're going to be starting 6th. So, what kind of hopes do you think you have on getting that car up front?
9. But oh well. I mean, these are hard to pass, and then they throw the redraw. So I'm just taking the 6th place as a penalty for wrecking Cole. Normally that'll get you put a lap ahead of everybody, but it's a little different here. So starting 6th, I don't know. I don't think these are very easy to pass, as we saw in the heat race, but it's going to be fun. I like riding these. I just hope I can focus with all the threats that Cole's been sending me through private message here.
You might be hiring Jeremy and his squad to maybe do something about that.
Yeah, the Capone squad. Yeah, I mean, I'm screenshotting all these messages. I can't repeat them, but apparently I'm going to be getting murdered here soon.
All right, I'll tell you what, man. Good luck out there.
All right, there you have it.
Yep, we'll get him back up there to his thing, so we'll get on here and get back concentrated here, because, well, folks don't mind the laps up there. We're not going 250 laps. I think we're actually only going to do 40 laps. The caution laps don't count, so if I lose track, it's David's fault.
Hey, that's all right. We got other people to keep count of all that stuff. As I am going to announce the top 4 starting positions, first 2 rows now. Outside row 2 is going to be Nick Cooper, and on the inside of him is going to be Jacob Fields, and starting on your outside front row is going to be Hayden Cardwell and Garrett Niebergy. That means is going to be on the pole for this one, as what they're going to do is just reline up right now. That's why you see the cars going where they are on track, and they're going to get themselves situated, and I think we're going to go green like normal, and then they're just going to clear any black flags in case they happen.
Tyler Hudson feature is 40 laps here tonight. These guys, man, will put on the board. Like I say, it's not 250, so don't worry. But it's 40 laps. They're just not counting the actual caution laps here. So, again, going to try to keep up with them. But you're right. Like you just said there, they're going to line these guys up here. They kind of, did it as a draw style. As the pace truck's in. I think they're going to let them go green. Let them go green here?
Okay, they're just going to do it here, and then they're going to clear the black flags, and we're going to go green next time by. That's all it was.
All right, there we go. All right, that'll work. That's kind of why you didn't see them go as soon as the pace truck went in. I'm used to seeing that on manual style setups of races and whatnot of how they do this. So, not a problem, man, Tyler. 40 out there, but it'll be interesting to see what these guys can do here tonight. 40 laps with these boys. As right now, I'm showing Garrett Niebergy out front, so I think he's going to stay there along with Hayden Cardwell.
I guess they called it off one more lap just to give. I think Austin might be adminning himself tonight, so they're just doing this to clear all the black flags and make it easier for the admin and the guys.
Yeah, 250 laps. 250 laps would not take that long here at this track, to be honest with you, depending on the cautions and whatnot. Actually, you could actually...
you could maybe do it on
yeah. Too. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you'd have to do a pit stop here. Well, green flag. They're going to let them fly now. Garrett Niebergy gets a good jump out. Well, look at that, John. I think I'm going to say that's a... Jacob Fields, excuse me, now in a second. Look at him, 3 wide behind me.
Yep, Eric Huff forced down to the inside of that 3 wide as Haven Cardwell. They're going to have to start he1, and he got in the outside wall a little bit. Nick Cooper's going to, nope, he's going to try to get the guy inside and race for 3rd spot with him.
Boy, I tell you, almost looks like a demo derby out there. Cars around 14 is in the backside. Boy, that looks like that's actually Cam Tyler who got spun around. Caution's out. Let's go back on the replay. I don't really think he hit anything. He just got checked up back there. Man, it almost looked like just a parking lot. Oh, yeah, him and the 12 just made a little contact. Turned around, and oh, the 86 got involved. The 08 got involved a little bit there. Man, I tell you, I think it's just going to be fast and furious action here.
Oh, yeah, as you can see, just not even anyone's mistake. It was just the field was congested right there, and things kind of got checked up, and kind of domino effect going all the way to the back, and he got the back under the stick on that one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And everybody talking about Howard Weaver out there. Howard sitting up at the 8. Cole Newhoffen. Oh, where's he at? Oh, he's supposed to be in this field.
He did not make it through that B main. He did dodge that big wreck, but I think he only made it up to 8th, if I'm correct.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Dang, well, that sucks.
Hey, those are honest words right there.
I know, my bad. Sorry. All right, Garrett Niebuhr out front. Boy, to the 21 almost got tangled up with the 22. That made him go 3 wide back there in the back.
If Jacob Fields all over the back of 19, though, so they got 1 green flag lap complete. Yellow flags laps aren't going to count, as Jeremy Capron and the 22 car of John Fiddler side by side for 5th.
Hey, Cole out in the chat. Yeah, Joe Weaver. Hey, look, we already know you didn't give him candy corn, man. Give him more candy at Halloween. You ain't got nothing to worry about it. Jacob Fields takes the top spot alone, side by side Garrett Niebuhr, but he fires back to the outside. Now they're up there on that cushion. Look at the 21. He's going to wall ride coming out of that turn.
Yep, Jacob gave it a shot. He tried to slide job it, but just wasn't able to clear the nose of Garrett. The later we get on in the race, the less give and take I'm sure there'll be between these guys.
Man, I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of car parts involved in this one. Back here at about the 7th, 8th, and 9th spot, and the 50 goes down the inside. But you got to look at there, that 96 machine of Ricky back there. Well, they are just hammering on each other, and they are 3 wide coming out of the turn.
Yep, that 10 car coming from the B main of Kyle Volger. He's going to try to make that outside work. It's the 36 car of Michael Henry's trying to pedal that inside. And Randall Carter making his way up, too, from that B main. He's going to dodge the right rear fender of the 36 car. It's going to be 3 wide there for about 10th spot.
Well, right now, it's play Dodge, street stock out there, man. Dodge car, that's what we'll call it, because these guys are dodging each other left and right, trying to slide us in they can. Definitely not up on the cushion, and no, Brandon, we're not going to be here for 200-some laps. But you know what? It wouldn't take that long because we're already down to about 2:30, so it wouldn't take about 45, maybe an hour to pull that off. I have done 250-lap races before, by the way.
Oh, John Fiddler's going to get in the back of Jeremy Capering, and that's going to send him around. I was going to say that battle for 5th was still going on, and Jeremy had just passed him with a pretty clean slide job. And looks like John just overdrove that corner a little bit into him.
It did. Was on the inside there. Was watching a replay. Let the viewer see because everybody loves crashes. But he went on the inside there. Looks like he just got in the side of the gangster himself, Jeremy Capone there. And the 22 of John Fiddler went around. There's no grip down there. Hey, Victor, how you doing out there? What a teammate. Are y'all teams? Are y'all teammates, Cole? I didn't know y'all's teammates. Is Howard and Cole Newhoffen teammates, David? I mean, is this...
Yes, yes, they are.
Okay. Investigative reporting, man, right there that we needed to get done, I guess.
We're going to be 8 laps in on this restart, so 32 going to go when they hit the line.
Where's your teammate?
My teammate?
Yeah.
Both of them are my teammates, technically.
Oh, Lord,
Howard was like, that's why I'm very unbiased in this situation. Howard was the one that brought him on the team, so
oh, no.
Business be their business.
David said, look, I'll plead the 5th. Base trucks, here we go. John Fiddler, look at that 4 wide. Turn 1. Man, I tell you what, these guys, well, they got the nerves of steel up front. They're still 4 wide all the way back.
Yep, Fields was able to squeak the lead out, and Ricky LeDuc, just like he was the lowest car in his heat, he's the lowest running car. He's committed to that bottom. So watch for him in case things get tangled up on the high side. As there's still 4 wide out of turn 2 for third.
Man, 4 wide, and they are hammering on each other right now. I'm gonna tell you what, if they could do signals with their hands, I don't want to see the signal that they be doing. But boy, it's a huge wreck in the back there. No caution yet.
Oh, well, there's a caution as 13 cars get flipped around. That's
Terry Renner.
Eric Huff was caught sideways in that one for a while. That one was unfortunate because I feel like if 1 or 2 cars lifted there, they all could have kept that straight.
Yeah, oh, Terry just turned around. I mean, they were all 4 wide back there. Terry tried to get going, but the next thing you know, he's trying a unique way around the track right there. He's going to try to ride the fence and went up on the top side under caution here. Man, they were 4 wide back there, folks. Man, what a run. Hey, what's going on out there? Kim, how you doing? Michael Brown. Man, I'm glad everybody's tuning in, watching here, because we're live tonight here. The VLR Street Stock Series season opener. Gonna be a week thing here, week in and week out. Nice running so far these guys are putting on as we're live tonight here with the OSR Network on YouTube, Twitch, and on TeamVLR.com Facebook page. And myself, Joe White, up here in the booth. I got the Hyla Maniac man himself, David Heileman, up here with me. Dave, what do you think about this action all night long so far?
Coming in, like I said, it would be interesting comparing Thursday to tonight, because Thursday was an open setup and tonight is a fixed setup. So that might be the difference. You see them 4 wide and not just all on the outside banging that cushion. Not yet. But maybe with this fixed setup, it brought a little bit more closer side-by-side racing.
You know, and that's a good point. I didn't really think about that. You're right, the biggest main difference, and that might be the reason why we're not seeing them up top here. As Pace Trucks in, that man up front with Garrett Nieberge and John Fiddler, or excuse me, Jacob Fields, boy, he almost got pushed around by the 23 of Capone. Guy says, I got places to go. Here comes Weaver on the inside.
Yep, Jeremy's going to slag in that second spot as John went to cut off Garrett Nieberge. Back in the pack, Cooper's going to get into LeDuc. He's going to turn down into Randall Carter coming from the B main. He's 3 wide looking for 4th spot. Man, I tell you what, you got cars all over the place, up front, middle, and the back. Who knows where the action's going to be at? I tell you what, if it's not action on the track, it's action at the hot dog stand, because these guys, man, are definitely hammering it out here at Limaland. Yep, you got teammates battling for 2nd place, you got teammates battling for 5th place, and you got Ricky LeDuc ragging that outside, trying to get by them all.
No doubt about it. What's up, man? Nicholas, how you doing out there? Right now, good battle going on as Jacob Fields still up front, though he's been able to pull away from Garrett Nieberge. The battle's on back here with Howard Weaver. He has got Hayden Cardwell all over his back deck lid on his bumper, along with Randall Carter. Look at them 2 guys, man, lean on each other coming out of the turn.
Yep, they lean on them, and Ricky LeDuc's going to follow him. There he is, running that low side. Hayden Cardwell got in the wall a little bit, but watch Ricky LeDuc, man. He's found some bite. Maybe it's the way his car's set up. Maybe it's the gearing on it, but Ricky LeDuc, as I say that, is stopped on the racetrack. He's slowing down. Oh,
man, I hope nothing broke on it, because that almost looked like it did, but he had to stop, and almost like something just gave out on the car or messed up there, but he dropped all the way back to the back of the field. Definitely was doing an awesome job. But now you got to see, look what I'm seeing now, David. They're traveling up there to the top side of the cushion. You see Howard Weaver's up there, and also you see Garrett Nieberge and company.
Yep, and Jeremy Capring, he's going to shoot down the racetrack and try to throw a slide job on Nieberge. And 19 cars going to cross under, and he's going to try to get that 2nd spot and try to get it right back up to that top side.
Man, I tell you what, man, went in there high, got it going on with a slider, but a crossover move beautifully executed by Garrett Nieberge there. Howard Weaver puts it in the wall behind him with Jeremy Capone right there. He's on the back bumper of that 19 machine. Now he's going to go side by side to make a little contact, and he got a little wiggly coming out of the turn.
Yep, as we're 20 laps in at the halfway point, I think the longer this race goes on, it's going to benefit Howard Weaver. He's going to figure out these cars more and more the longer it goes. But John Fiddler's loving everything behind him because he's starting to check out.
That's right. They look in his rearview mirror, and he can see he loves them guys battling it out. And he would love to see Weaver have a hard time getting around these guys, because now the one thing against Weaver, though, is time. And around this place, laps will get knocked off very quickly as more green flag that we go.
Yep, is Capron going to try inside line again? Not going to be able to clear Garrett this time. This is going to allow Howard to have a big head of steam coming towards him. Is he going to not? Nope, he's not going to put a move on him in the 3 and 4. He's going to follow behind him.
Well, I tell you, good battles going on back here about the 8th and 9th place spot here. Nick Cooper, and you got Eric back here. We'll go on even a little bit further back. Those guys in the back over the 01 machine there, and all those guys, they're knocking each other's fenders off coming out of the turn.
They just about tried to fit 5 wagons. Whatever problem Ricky LeDuc had before, nope, he's right back on it. He's on that inside, outside. He gets in the back of Andy Hunger. That's going to shoot him down the racetrack, and he's going to try to slide back up in front of the 50 car.
Man, take us all back. This is about the old school, man. Bunch of daggum country guys out here, whatnot, whoever it is, dirt trackers. Man, the guys just come out here and just have fun. Want to get out here with the little stock cars, run around, man, the short tracks here, the dirt, and you're seeing it here. It just takes it back to the old school days, really. I mean, you know, obviously, to me, you get into professional side of things when you get into sprints and the late models and all that, but these stock cars are pretty much, I kind of just get out there, man, and have fun.
Oh, yeah, you believe me. Even the drivers that have gotten roughed up a little bit tonight, when they're racing side by side like this, beating fenders off, they're having a heck of a time doing it.
Absolutely. Jeremy Capone has fallen back to the 5th place. Hayden Cardwell right there, but Howard Weaver has made it around him. He's got one more car to get around, and that's Garrett Nieberge. And in the meantime, though, Jacob Fields has checked out on this field. Again, we talked about if Howard can get around and run him down, maybe figure out this track. The problem is time's just not on his side.
Yep, we're coming up to about 10 to go, and Jacob Fields' last lap was a 15.4, and Howard and Garrett that time by ran 15.3. So they do have faster race cars now. So does this say that Howard gets into the wall?
Yeah, he does. Right there to 23, still looking good. Let's go back here to these guys in the back here. Oh, they're putting on a show. Back here you got Tyler Gray back here. Kyle's back there, Ricky LeDuc and all company. And they're just mixing it up because pretty much the top guys right now are kind of single file. These guys back here just having a heyday back there. Demo Derby and the 14's almost around.
Woo! Good save by Cam Taylor here as Nick Cooper got in the side of him. He's just going to lose a couple spots, but get back on that horse and keep racing.
Yeah, he does. Drops that hammer down on that machine, man. It makes a turn left. 15's almost around. He holds on to it. And I'll tell you what, the 96 jumped the cushion, and he always looked like he trying to do what the Duke boys did back in the day.
Yep, he's getting that train back going again. For around that 10th place spot, 50 car in front of him of Tyler Gray is going to get into the wall, check everything up, but that's going to allow Kyle Boringer to go back to the inside of Ricky.
Yeah, it is. An awesome battling going on back here between these guys. Just looking good so far. Like this hard racing. As still, Garrett Nieberge's in the 2nd place spot. Jacob Fields out front. Howard Weaver still in 3rd. So all those guys are kind of single file pretty much for the whole top, about the top 10. I mean, you'd have to go back here about, like I said, where we were, about the 11th and on back spot before you get in guys going side by side. And what you're seeing now is everybody's up on that cushion right now.
Yep, now it's starting to look more and more like it did over on Thursday night. But you still can see a couple guys like Nick Cooper that time. Oh, it's 36 in the wall in front of him. We were able to cut it down early and kind of dig on that bottom middle side and get a big run out of the corner.
Yeah, it looks like you can actually get a shot going on in the corner right there, try to get maybe a crossover move. But that high line, as you're seeing a good battle going on between the 26 Nick Cooper right there. He actually threw it in there, got around that number, looks like the 36 machine, got around him, and oh, now he got turned. Caution.
Ah, man, it's a shame the caution came out. There's just 3 laps to go, and Coop had that thing saved, did a 360, and he just wound her up and was going to get going again. But this will certainly make things interesting.
I mean, I'm going to tell you what, folks, right here, I got to show that one more time. And normally I just don't say anything, but boy, this is textbook. Put the bumper to somebody, because he did. I mean, no, probably not, meaning or anything like it. He didn't do it on purpose, but that right there is an awesome pit maneuver. So all the officers out there you go. We just showed you a textbook pit maneuver.
Yep, I believe he did that. He drives a modified over up in the Northeast in real life, and I believe he said he did that exact same thing last night. Car got in the back of him, and he did a 360 and looped it. And I guess, when you do that in iRacing, it transfers over to real cars too.
Well, I tell you what, folks, right here, I got to show that one more time. And normally I just don't say anything, but boy, this is textbook. Put the bumper to somebody, because he did. I mean, no, probably not, meaning or anything like it. He didn't do it on purpose, but Well, yeah, Stuart, man. Hey, look, I tell you what, we still appreciate you taking your time out of your busy day there to come and make an awesome comment for us there. And, you know, hey, you know, if we have that kind of life to you and the way that you feel it that way, then obviously yours is about as long as with ours, and we appreciate that because you made the comment. So, there. That is my educated way of us. We're back. Green flag here. We're going to have 3 to go. And look at this, about 4 wide in the back, shooting it through the turns right here.
Hagen Carwell's going to move up in that second spot as they come up to turn 4. He's going to be able to clear Garrett. And here comes Randall Carter, 2 on that outside. 1, 2, 3. Got outside row got going. As here goes Hagen for the lead.
Man, he does. Hayden's going to try to take him in the inside at 21. Jacob Fields is holding that top lane down. Looking very, very good. And, yeah, Tyler, there you go. Tell them about it. Anyways, we should be coming up to the white flag. Contact. 21's around. 44's around. That's going to make a huge mess.
Oh, that's going to stack up a lot of the field, and I don't know if they're going to race this out. I think they are, as it looks like Jacob Fields is going to be the winner. He slowed down. They might be doing a one-lap shootout here. I'm not sure.
Boy, I tell you, that was a mess up there, and if they do a one-lap shootout, Lord help Jacob. And I want to, hey, first off, David, I want to go ahead. I want to be a little professional for a few seconds here. I want to go ahead and apologize out there. I did read the comment by the dude out there talking. And apologize if I, offended anybody with what I said. I kind of said it in a more of a political way there so that I got the point across. But either way, hey, I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate everybody that does take their time out and come out here and watch these races. And I know these drivers do too. And I think they're going to end it with that and let Jacob Fields take this win here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob crossed the line, or whether they called the caution out there, the white flag, but he is going to come home the winner. And Randall Carter, all the way from the B main, is going to end up in that second spot.
Yeah, it is. Let's see if I can't get a hold of Jacob Fields. I did not catch who came in second spot because obviously the running order's all jumbled now. Due to the fact it just keeps going.
I'll find his name and
I like that, David. Yeah. Well, hey, have a way with words. You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't check who maybe second. Maybe Austin can get us a rundown who came in second, third. I know Jacob obviously pulled it off there, but maybe he'll give us an update. Well, in the meantime, you know what? I'll bring up Jacob Fields and we'll get a talk in with him real quick. Jacob Fields, Joe in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, Joe.
Hey, I tell you what, man, Jacob, man, you pulled it off here tonight. How was that car? How was the track? It looked like the cushion didn't come in until later.
Yeah, it was interesting. I haven't driven these very much, so it was kind of a little tough to get used to. And yeah, the top side was in there for a while, and then the cushion came in, and it got a little harder to run. So, I mean, it was fun overall, definitely.
I mean, there at the end, though, they were putting some pressure on you. Did you think, man, those guys, man, actually might have got around you?
Oh, yeah, they were fast, and there right before the caution, I kept seeing Garrett just gaining slowly on me, and then it became faster, and I was just like, oh, man, I was nervous, that's for sure.
Hey, but you pulled it off here tonight. Now, what do you think about these street stocks as opposed to the super late models that I'm used to seeing you in?
Oh, I'll always like the super lates more, but these street stocks are still fun to drive.
Well, I tell you what, man, you got anybody out there you want to thank on this victory thank
Yeah, I got to thank the guys at Elite 7, True Form, Water Truck Productions. Thank you guys for running this, for doing the broadcast, and thanks VLR for putting this on.
All right, good luck. Hey, congratulations again out there, Jacob. Well, David, I tell you what, I'm gonna pull up. I don't know who came in second, or it was Howard or Randall, but Randall came in second.
Howard has informed me that he got third over Jeremy.
Okay.
Whether how much of that is true or not, I'm not sure. But
yeah,
Randall Carter was for sure our second place victor.
Somebody put him down here. Austin did, but Dustin out there said Randall did get second. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna bring up Howard and let you get. Well, I'll just let you get a talk in with the next two guys here. So we'll bring up third place man Howard Weaver and let you get a talk in with him there, David.
All right, Tomato Man, Howard Weaver, bringing it home in third position on the podium. Not how you'd like it, but we're able to just edge out Jeremy at the line there. How was your race? How was it?
It was all right. Considering starting 6th or wherever. Kind of got beat around early and dropped even further back, so rebounded late. But that last caution, I restarted 3rd, and Jacob took the outside, and so me and Garrett just got freight trained back to like 7th or 8th, and then they wrecked last lap, so that kind of balanced it back out to where I was. But would have liked to restart it on the outside on that last restart. It would have been pretty fun, because I think me and Garrett both were gaining on fields there.
Yeah, you guys were, for a fact. The last, all 3 of you guys, Hagen, Cardwell too, were having some heck of a fast laps towards the end there, just before that caution flag. You did come home in 3rd, though. Good points night, I guess you would say. Are you gonna run this season out for the championship?
Yeah, we were working that draft really, really great, that tandem drafting to catch up. But we had to be going at least 60, 65 mile an hour there at times in the straightaway. But I'll run most of them, hopefully. I mean, it was fun. It only took an hour, and Cole didn't make the feature, so he got to complain on the broadcast already. So that. It's pretty much a perfect night. What more can you ask for?
Hey, I normally wouldn't interrupt, but y'all out there talking about drafting, and Howard, man, there is no drafting at 60, man. Come on.
65, he said.
Oh, 60, my bad, 65.
I don't know, Joe. I was saving a lot of fuel there, just because I was hoping it would come down to a field mileage race, so I was hustling that draft. But the bottom line was way faster. But we had to be in that draft wake up top, and man, like I said, I'm not trying to exaggerate. We had to be doing at least 60, 65 mile an hour maybe. Would not be surprised if we were going that quick. I honestly could have looked down and seen, but it was just too intense, running like that, bump drafting and stuff down those long straightaways. But it was a good race, and congratulations to Jacob Fields and old TJ Carter, 20th to 2nd. I mean, he's like Dale Earnhardt out there with that draft.
Yep, nonetheless, as you said, a good racing. You got anybody out there you want to thank?
Before he thanks, but he just made that comment because, I am an oval guy, and I know a lot of the references, but you did do a textbook Earnhardt, man, bump and run there on Cole.
Yeah, well, as you could see, I was in the Wrangler car, so I guess it just kind of, awoke his spirit in me, and you see Cole in front of you, you got 2 choices. You can either pass him and let him wreck you, or you can just dump him and get him out of the way early and not have to worry about it in the feature. So I decided to go with the second one, and he's happy. He got to watch the race from the stands for free. So
he loves it.
Yeah, I gotta thank you guys for broadcasting it, and Hallamania out there. Those guys watching my boy David in the booth.
Dozens.
And then, dozens and dozens, and mainly under 18, but they go crazy for him. So TJ Carter, 20th to 2nd, that's cool. VLR, Wrangler for my jeans, and Good Wrench for the whatever Good Wrench does. Probably makes wrenches.
They make car parts, but okay.
Yeah. There you go, Joe.
All right, folks, that's Howard Weaver right there. Hey, man, congratulations again on that third place there tonight.
Thank you.
All right, I'll tell you what, it's always a trip getting to talk with old Howard out there. Well, man, I'm going to bring up the second place man here. Let's get a talk into Randall Carter, because he's our hard charger here tonight, David. So when you get to talk to him here, man, I tell you, did it from 20th all the way to 2nd.
Hey, TJ, hell of a run by you tonight. Survived your heat race, qualified. I don't know what happened in qualifying there. You started a little further back than we'd normally see you.
I kind of got in the survey a little late and didn't know where to run, so I just had to go blind in the qualifying.
I see, but yeah, that put you in the back of your heat race. You were able to survive that. Had a couple of close calls, I saw that, and then came through a heck of a B main where you had some more close calls there. You want to take me through that one?
Yeah, I got into 2 incidents where 2 cars come up across my nose, and I managed to avoid wrecking and just keep the transfer spot.
Yeah, it was definitely a some hard racing there, and cars were kind of getting their tires tangled all night, it seemed like, and a lot of guys were getting shot up into the fence. But then came from the B main, starting in the back of the feature that had a number of big wrecks. How were you able to get through all those ones?
Just got lucky, and I just decided to stay up toward the top, and most of them just happened below.
Yeah, right place, right time. On that last restart, then you started. Where'd you restart in the 4th or the 6th spot?
I restarted in the 6th.
Okay, so you're behind Hagen, coming on that outside and going into that white flag lap. Take me through what you thought was going to happen.
I knew the top side was going to be a little quicker, but just trying to stay up there, and was hoping I was going to get a pretty decent restart, and I managed to get a good restart. And these cars, when you're behind somebody, tend to pep up a little better and run. And when I went into turn 1 and 2, and I seen I was about to clear Garrett, who was in 3rd, I knew I at least was going to get 3rd. And that incident with Hayden getting loose in front of me happened. It managed to, we just called it there, and I got 2nd out of it somehow.
All right, well, there you have our hard charger, 20th to 2nd place, first week of these street stocks. Anyone you want to thank out there?
I thank Team VLR, you guys, for broadcasting this, and Complete Sound Service. And thank Garrett, because he's always putting up servers and stuff, practice for these races.
All right, there you have a great run by TJ. Looking forward to see you next week. Come out here.
Thank you.
All right, man. Tell you what's Randall Carter right there. Like I say, the hard charger, man, from 20th all the way up to 2nd. David, I tell you what, for a season opener here for the VLR Street Stock Series, man, what a wild one. You got any final words on it?
Yeah, definitely a wild one for sure. And I'm just not sure if these guys are trying to pull something over to both of us, but they say there's drafting in these cars. So
nah.
Yeah. You're not convinced yet. I don't know. I don't run them enough either to know.
I could. Well, the reason is, David, is Bristol and Martinsville, there is really no draft involved, and they run 120 mile an hour around those tracks. So if they're only doing 65, 70, nah.
I don't know, man. Whatever they did tonight, it was a heck of a show. Like you said, great season opener. Can't wait till next week and the rest of the season.
I can't either, and I tell you what, man, hats off to all the drivers out there. It was fun to watch from the heats all the way on, and I hope all the viewers and everybody out there enjoyed it. I'll be here next week, man, to put on another great one here as the season opener here tonight. Well, hey, Jacob Fields pulling it off here. And until then, myself, David, we're out of here from Limaland. Y'all have a good night.